Good morning, my beautiful friends, or good afternoon. I guess it depends on where you are. I'm getting some things organized and put away. I wanted to give you a quick sneak into some updates that are being made before I make a mess, because I'm about to film a new tutorial for She Makes Club and some new videos, but I wanted to show you some of the updates that we're making in not only my studio office, but also in the living room, because we have a really cool thing coming up with QVC, and my living room is a big part of the set. So guess what? It got a new makeover, and it's actually, we're getting the rest of the stuff today, so I'll have to send or post pictures or do something to show you the rest of the updates, but we made some adjustments. So I'm excited. Just basically, we had redone some of this just last year, actually. Good morning, Tammy. So we had, hi Pat. We had my organization towers. They used to be over on this wall between the windows, not mirrors. They used to be between the windows, but when you sat in my living room, which is right through the door here, really all you saw was these towers, and they're not bad. I mean, they're organized by color and rainbow, and they're not bad, but they are open. It's not necessarily the prettiest thing to look into, and it was actually making this space really, really, really tight, because they stick out a lot further since I turned the table. And I turned the table to make it better for filming and QVC and a bunch of other things. And now that Nate is working from home with me on a daily basis, and he's helping to homeschool the kids and do chores and help with my mom and just all the different things that we're juggling in our day-to-day life, he's been in here more. So we decided to get rid of the table that was in here. I took that actually over to my studio over in my parents' garage, because I have a studio set up over there as well. And I had a table set up in there that was actually this one. This one's from IKEA. We bought that. But I was constantly taking these legs on and off over there. And what was here was actually a folding table. The legs folded, but it had, because it was a folding table, it had like those brackets underneath. So now there's a ton more space for your legs and a little bit of storage under here to sit comfortably at my Mac. So that's super, super awesome. I still have some organization to do on this bookshelf. This just keeps being a catch-all back here. I mean, I have books and everything, but it keeps being like a catch-all for all the stuff that isn't quite put away yet. The other thing that we really made some changes and adjustments with was this other side. I had over here my, which I'll actually show you. I had all my albums were here on this wall in a cubicle shelf, and it really was becoming, I mean, I love it, but again, it was like coming out really far, and the kids like looking at them and everything else. So we actually moved it into the living room. So I'll show you the living room in a minute. This is backwards now, so this is like weird to look at because I'm like pointing opposite of where I'm looking. And that's weird. Anyway, so we just moved everything over here. I still have my filing cabinet that I still am determined to refinish white. I just haven't gotten there yet. And then I just purchased this. That fits here perfectly. And this is to do like all of our invoice, like the QVC invoicing, the mail, and the separating. And then I have my organizational bins back here, and I still need to find where to put these few things right here. It's just like some Chalk Couture chalkboards and a few other things. And now I have my printer separated. We talked about this before too. I'm going to turn this back around because it's annoying me. My printers are now separated. I had them stacked on top of each other. Yes, I have two. This Epson got individual color tanks, and it's awesome, awesome, awesome for the kids' workbook pages, for just doing quick printouts, for doing all the quick printing stuff, and it saves a ton of money on ink, but it doesn't do my pictures well. So I still have kept my Canon, and this is pretty much exclusively for photo paper. So this has 8.5 by 11 photo paper and 5 by 7 photo paper in here, and I do all my pictures on my Canon. This is the Pixma MG 5400 series. So that's what that is. I now have a third Erin Condren, don't judge, organization center, and I actually am going to switch out the board. So we ordered a calendar board that's actually supposed to be here today. So this will be a calendar here. So we have that available for both Nate and I as we're working in here. And then that one will still continue to be my backdrop and whiteboard for while I'm working at my actual studio desk. Another big change we did in here I'm super excited. I got this new cube storage, and again, it looks so much nicer sitting in my living room to look in here and see these beautiful, completely organized bins. Before, I had such a hard time, and I actually have to fix this a little bit because it's like bending out, but I had such a hard time with my HTV vinyls and my regular vinyl, and I decided it needed to go into these bins instead of being stacked up on the other side inside other things. Like, I needed it more handy and accessible. So this is a little bit stretched out because of how I have things in here, but I definitely, it's like actually bothering me because it fell over, and when they fall over, it stretches out the bin. So that's the only thing, because this one's not quite as full. So if I have like some Cricut, my Joy stuff in there and some other things. So I have these all well organized that I can access on either side of my desk, which is really amazing, and I love it, and it's thinner than what was under here. So I have more leg room under my table, which is a big deal. Now this is still a work in progress back here, as usual. I have my cart all set up, the windows all cleared out. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I just got brought in for some videos. And now I have more of my cubes on this side of my desk, so I can easily get into my punches and embellishments and all the things that I need to access while I'm sitting at my craft table. So still a little bit messy. I just sort of quickly threw things up to decorate, but I'm pretty happy with how it looks. And then again, underneath the desk, this is my view, and I can easily pull out what I need to get to for my Joy or whatever else I'm working on. So this is just a great way to really help me work in the space that I'm in, especially since this room is so much smaller. Also, because this room is so much smaller and we do so much filming and we do so much for QVC, I made some adjustments with our lights. I got new fill lights. These little guys are LED lights. They're by Newer, and they're great for just filling in the face, filling in shadows, and doing some other things. For in here, it's great. I still have my bigger Newer lights and my box lights that are awesome when I need to. So these just unzip out of here, and that's what I set up my softbox lights with. And then I just have the stands for them on the floor over here still. Then, because QVC, we're working on all new stuff with TableMate and the fun things that are coming, we decided to bring this out here. This is going to sound silly. Typically, this is my keep kids and dogs out of my craft room gate. So that's typically what's there. But we have this all set up now that the kids can look through the family albums, and it's just out here instead of in my office, which I'm really happy with. I'm going to redo the bottom shelves to make it more family conducive. That was just how it was done out in my office before. No big deal. Brand new coffee table and entertainment center are arriving today, so I'll have to post those. But we got the new recliner rocker and the new sofa love seat with the pillows. I'm absolutely obsessed with my new butterfly pillow. I love it so much. The pillows all came with the set that we got. We went to Big Lots. It was an amazing, amazing sale and deal, and it was part of the QVC props and setup for, like I said, we have some really cool new TableMates coming, and it's just going to look awesome. So you'll be seeing a little bit of QVC happening right here as well. So my house has become a studio, as well as my studio being studio, as well as my office being studio. So we have all kinds of filming locations depending on what we're working on and what we're doing. And like I said, I'm about to make a mess in here because I have a bunch of tutorials to film for She Makes Club, and we're getting all the old furniture is going on a trailer today, and we're getting that over to a transfer station. So that's something that we're taking care of today. Yesterday, typically my sister-in-law is helping with my mom on Mondays and Fridays, and then Jenna and Ben and I are usually with my mom on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But there's been a lot happening today and yesterday. My mom had some therapy appointments that I helped her with, and then we had an emergency with my brother's dog, which I posted about. His black chocolate lab Molly had a closed pyometra. if I'm saying that right. Basically, she had an emergency hysterectomy for a puppy yesterday to save her life. So that was kind of crazy. I was with him. Nate helped me get her to the vet locally while my brother was still at work. And then he came and met us over at the animal, or came and met us, and then I went with him to the animal hospital and was there most of the day yesterday getting her care. So thankfully, she had her surgery last night. It went really well, and she was supposed to stay in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. And they said she's doing so well that they're going to let her come home tonight on antibiotics. So that's a really big praise. We're very excited about that. So we'll be helping to take care of her too. But all in all, I just wanted to show you some of the updates. I have my Distress Oxidings. I just have them stacked up right now, which I feel like is a disaster waiting to happen, but they've been here for a while and nothing bad has happened yet. I still am using my Lawn Fawn because it looks pretty. And then I have a bunch of Close to My Heart ink pads that are stacked up because they're magnetized. They don't fall over. I don't have to worry about them. They're over there in that corner. And then on the other side of the shelf here too. So I have them all stacked up too. So I keep my Joy over here to work with, and then I keep my Maker over with my iMac, and we actually keep it propped up on one of these little mini wooden milk crates because this allows me to still work on the desk. I have my Erin Condren desk planner here, and because of how this is like set up, the mat goes on and like back behind and forward and gives us plenty of space to work. So when Nate and the kids cut out all of the This Is Us, This Is 21, all of the She Makes Club die cuts that we just sent out, they cut over 3,300 die cuts to send out to members. It was so cool. And we just kept it going, and it worked really, really well. So it took some work, it took some time, but it was cool to be able to send them out. I like to do stuff like that. We sent out also some custom mugs and custom albums, and it's just really cool to do stuff like that. So anyway, I have another really cool surprise coming too in May, because we're going to be doing another 31 Day She Makes Her Life journey. And with the 31 Days She Makes Her Life, I have some really cool, fun surprises to send to members for that time period as well. So May is going to be a lot of fun in 2021, I think. And having this set up is just phenomenal. So if you're not already a member of She Makes Club, come over and check us out. It's shemakes.club. I made all new changes to the bymeganelizabeth.com website. It just feels like everything's getting a fresh new look for 2021. So you can go check that out at bymeganelizabeth.com also, and continuing to make adjustments and changes inside She Makes Club for members. So if you have any questions, as always, let me know. It's fun to share this stuff with you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.